All right, Fighter Jet family. This is April Jett, the bondage breaker, your soul transformation facilitator. And I am so absolutely grateful to be able to be here with you today. So today, our message, our question for spirit is, what is it that we need to focus on for the month of January? What do we focus on for the month of January? So today is going to be pick a card. This is actually my first pick a card reading. Most of the readings I do are collective readings. So let's do this together. All right. So I've already shuffled the cards, and I let Source pick out the stones. So take a moment, take a look at these cards, these stones, and whatever stands out to you, whatever resonates with you, that is what you go with. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. It's never going to steer you wrong. And you want to always take opportunities to practice trusting your intuition, especially when the stakes aren't high. So the stakes aren't high today. Trust your intuition. The first thing that comes to your mind, go ahead and pick that. And then you can always go back and reread. Repick and listen to the other piles. Okay. So in pile 1, we have, this is Amethyst. Oops, sorry. This is Amethyst. Not sure if you can see that. All right. So pile 1, we have Amethyst. Pile 2, we have Rose Quartz. Okay. Pile 3, we have Jett. Jett. All right. So take a moment, pause, pick a pile, 2 piles, 3 piles, whatever resonates with you. After you pick your card, go down into the description or into the comments, and you'll see the time stamps for your piles. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And then you go and click on that. All right. Okay. Welcome, pile number 1s. Okay. Look, aren't you honored to be the first pick a card reading for me? Aren't you honored? All right. So let's clear our minds, which we should have done that before we pick, right? But let's clear the space. Take a deep breath with me. Lean into your heart center. Let everything else go. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages that will be given to us today. I declare that the messages that come through me today are divine, and that they will meet the individuals, the souls that need it now. Open our hearts, open our ears, open our eyes to be able to receive, and allow these seeds to be planted and to go forth and bear fruit like no other. Fruit that will change our lives. It is done. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get this together. So we are going to pick I already shuffled 2 from that. Okay. Okay. Spirit, the question that we're asking today is, what is it that pile 1 needs to know? What is it that pile 1 needs to focus on for the month of January? What does pile 1 need to focus on for the month of January? Can we see that? Okay. All right. Ooh, so excited. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's do this. Let's make sure everything's in the frame. We have already spoke life over our reading. We've cleared our minds. So let's go ahead and we're going to put your amethyst right here. And before we get started with the cards, Amethyst is a stone of calm, healing, peace. Okay. I mean, it's a whole lot more than that, but we're doing this based off of my intuition and my knowledge base. So, all right, let's see. Ooh, this is the Wild Root Tarot. The Woodward. Let's let you see that. The Woodward. Number 11. All right. So this is the energy of your reading. The Woodward. What I see here is the number 11 that stands out to me the most. Because to me, 11 is about a doorway. It's an angel number, and that angel number talks about a doorway, new opportunities, new beginnings available for you. So what do we need to focus on for 2023, for January? All right. 9 of Stones. This is not traditional tarot. The Wildwood Tarot is its own symbols, its own logic. All right. So forget everything you know about traditional tarot. And honestly, I haven't read the book. I like to let my intuition lead me through the pictures. And if we need the book, or if I feel led to go to the book, then we'll do that. But right here, right now, we have the 9 of Stones. 9 of Stones. We have a man sitting here with all of these stones that remind me of Stonehenge. And he's sitting in a meditative position, eyes closed, holding a serpent and some tool in his hand. And the moon full moon. Moon has to do with it's a feminine energy. Feminine energy is about receiving. That's what's coming to me now. And this 9 of Stones, it says tradition. 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 Wow. What's coming to me right now, family, what's coming to me right now is a reading that I just did that talked about prioritizing your peace. Prioritizing your peace. With this stone reminding me of calmness and stillness, amethyst. And then you have the man sitting in the meditative position, right? And then you have the moon, which is a feminine receiving energy. And it looks to me like he is receiving, right? As well as it has to do with your underlying thoughts. That is making me think of the reading that talks about creating, because remember the question that we're asking is, what do we need to focus on for the month of January? And it seems like there's a focus on getting alone. It's a focus on receiving your guidance. It's a focus on quieting your mind. And then the tradition I talked about in the other reading, I talked about making a ritual of prioritizing your peace. And so this word here, tradition, brings that to mind, ritual. All right, let's keep going. All right, 4 of Vessels, boredom. 4 of Vessels, boredom. So we have a woman sitting here. She don't just look bored. She looks worn out. She got dark circles around her eyes, or her makeup is running. Her hair is all over the place. And I see 4 vessels though. And these vessels are pouring, and it's coming into these vessels, and these vessels are flowing. And thank you, Spirit. Sorry, I thought you could see. What I'm getting from this card is Pile 1. You don't realize it. You don't realize it, but you are being taken care of. And this might be how you feel going into 2023, going into January. This might be how you feel as far as the way she looks. Not bored, but I mean, someone could feel bored. But looking at the picture, she just looks worn. She looks worn. She doesn't look hopeful. She doesn't look excited. She looks worn. She looks done. But yet her vessels are full. And what I see here is that these are vessels that are pouring into your vessel from a place that appears to me to be a never-ending source. Wow, this is not the first time I've received that. A never-ending source. So Spirit is saying, while you to combat for January, we want to start combating this type of feeling. We want to start combating this tiredness, this boredom, this complacency, this I'm doneness. We want to combat that by bringing in a tradition of quieting our minds and doing some self-care, right? Allowing ourselves to receive. That it's not just about doing and moving and going and going. See, when we are working so hard and pushing, yeah, our vessels might be full, but this is how you feel. And what good is it to have everything that you want, but then you can't enjoy it because you are done? You're worked out, worked over, worked through, but your vessels are full. So Spirit is saying that your vessels can be filled from a place that is forever flowing, that is never going to end. Your vessels can be filled from that place, but this is what you're going to have to do. You can't just go and quiet your mind or meditate or receive once or twice. In January, Spirit is saying to focus on making a tradition, making a ritual, making a tradition, making it priority to get quiet, to get still. And it's when you do that you tame the serpents, right? It's when you do that you receive. Remember the feminine energy of receiving, you receive the guidance. And here, now these stones to me are looking like your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides, protecting you, supporting you, having your back. For the month of January, it's very simple with just these 2 cards to focus on creating a tradition of peace, self-care, quieting the mind so you can receive. And it's when you do that you combat this energy of being done, tired, bored, through, because you are working so hard in the 3D in order to get what Spirit is able to give you easily. You're being asked to walk through that doorway. And to me, this man seems to have mastered that. Somehow he's on top. He has the bobcat or the wildcat right here, right by his side. I don't know what that is. Is that another one that he's, killed and put on top of his head? But Either way, he seems confident. He seems ready. He's scoping out the land, right? We're entering into a place where you don't have to prep yourself for a lot of hard work. That part is over. You've done that. Now it's time to move into your season. Go through the doorway, move into your season of allowing spirit to support you, to guide you, to have your back. And it all comes from you getting quiet. And then your vessels will be full from a place that never ends. We have wise woman of the grove, grace. We have willow spirit, flexibility. Come on now, fingernails. Let's look at here. Let's look at here. All right. So wise woman of the grove. Y'all, every time I pull this, I get this card. That is wild to me. Wise woman of the grove, grace. Well, I can't help but think what I have thought every time this card comes out. Every time this card comes out, what I feel is, one, this is your root chakra. Stability. Your root chakra has to do with stability. The color red is associated with the root chakra and the stability that you are seeking. See, you're working so hard to get stability here, right? You've worked so hard. You're so tired. You're done. You're through. All because you're trying to keep these vessels full, right? You need these vessels to be full because you have a family to take care of. You have a business to keep on board. You have employees that need you. You have organizations to run. You have somebody to take care of, somebody who's sick that's needing your assistance. Right, pal number one, you understand that you can't stop because others are counting on you. And so you have done what you thought you needed to do, which was, all right, let me scope the land. Let me kill the animals. Let me get out here and be a warrior. And there's another way. There is another way. Spirit is encouraging you to give yourself the grace to trust. That you don't have to force and push and pull and prod. You can actually sit still and get more done. But you have to give yourself the grace. And that is going to give you the stability that you're seeking. It's to give yourself the grace to, one, be imperfect. Two, to make mistakes. Well, that's being imperfect. But giving yourself the grace to see where you are, understand where you are, have compassion for yourself where you are in your situation where you are, and then to sit down and relax and sit back and let Source lead you. Let Source do for you. Let Source guide you. That's when you become the wise woman of the grove. And then here we have willow spirit, flexibility. Flexibility. When you are the one that's making the plans and you need your plans to work because this is the plan, this is what's got to happen, this is what's going to keep the vessels going, this is what's going to keep it full, this is what's going to keep the water flowing, this is what I have to do, rah, 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 I am the king of the jungle, this is what I have to do. When that is how you are operating, there's very little room for flexibility or grace. And Spirit is saying to you, that this is where your flexibility comes in to play. Spirit is encouraging you to be flexible. Be flexible. Allow Spirit to do for you what only Spirit can do for you in your situation. But you have to calm everything down. Calm down your plans. Set them to the side and sit down and quiet your mind so you can receive. And when you do that, and you give yourself the grace to do that, then now you have to now embody the spirit of flexibility in order to allow things to come together for you. Because when you aren't the one making the plan, then it's hard to see what's happening. And that's where trust comes into play. And if we can just get ourselves to a place where we begin to trust so we can receive our guidance and then remain flexible so that way spirit can lead us. When you're rigid and you're focused on it having to be a particular way, then now spirit can't lead you because you're saying, look, spirit, you can't lead me or do anything for me unless you're going to do it this way, in this direction, down this path. And that's not trust. That's not grace. That's not flexibility. Spirit is saying that for the month of January, that we want to focus on creating traditions and rituals in our life that calm our mind, that bring us to a state of peace and receiving from source, so that way our spirit team can guide us and lead us. In this way, we can be rid of the feeling of forcing and having to do everything in our own strength in order to fill our vessels, because spirit can fill our vessels for us. It's not that you don't have work that you will be doing, but it's this work that you're doing by your own hands, thinking and feeling that it's not going to get done if it's not done by you. And what spirit is saying is that if you can remain flexible and you can trust and you can lean in, then we'll have things happening that's unexpected. We'll have things happening that others might say, oh, that's dangerous, that doesn't make sense, but it's going to work out for you. You have to be flexible, though. Let's see what these cards... Here we go. Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. Just had that card. Y'all, I promise you, I shuffled these things up so good. And this one, I've never seen this card. Fire. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. And Tower, unplug and relax. Fire. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. So look now. This is playing right into the entire message. Shifting your perspective. Shifting your perspective. Now, let's back up. Let's back up. So in tarot, traditional tarot, the Tower is a card that talks about fast, swift change, about things falling apart in order for this change to happen, right? That's generally what it's about. I'm still learning tarot, but so this card says Tower, right? So it brings to mind traditional tarot about things falling apart, falling down, and swiftly, fast. And a lot of people associate that with negativity. But you know why? Not flexible. Not flexible. Not letting source lead. Your plans was the Tower. Your plans was I'm stacking this on that, on this, on that, on this foundation, and this is how it's going to go. And then you have the Tower moment and everything crumbles and falls apart. And the thing is, you are always being taken care of. You are always being provided for. But if you are always constantly overriding what is coming into your life for you, what is trying to work together for you, if you're constantly overriding it with your own plans and never sitting quiet enough to receive, what is it that my heart is calling me to do next? If you're never doing that, then you will consider the Tower moment negative. You will consider it, everything I put together just fell apart. Everything that I did just fell apart. Why are things not working? No, baby, things are working. Things are working out for you, and they always are, and they always have been. But it's a matter of how much do you want to continue to override what source is trying to do for you? How flexible are you going to allow yourself and your plans to be in order to yield to the source of all things that know and sees all things, that is constantly providing for you? You're working yourself to death and you don't have to. And I see this card here, fire. Stand up for yourself is what it's saying. Spirit is calling you to stand up. Take charge of your life in 2023 and do something different. Walk through this new doorway, enter this new territory. But this time, we're not going to do it in a spirit of, oh. You can have that attitude about it, but let that attitude be directed towards the grace and the flexibility, the flow, the receiving, right? This is a feminine energy situation that I'm feeling right here. Feminine energy, receive, flow. And when you do that, then you allow source to fill your vessels. You allow yourself to be led, and the stability that you're actually looking for, you will feel it. Now, for this card in particular, and mind you, I talked about the Tower and what that brings to mind from traditional tarot. But for this card here, she's shifting her perspective. She's calm, she's cool, she's quiet, she's focused. It says unplug and relax for a spell. And so that is what she's doing. And it's that unplugging from your plans, from your rules, from the tower that you are building, unplugging from that to be free, to flow, to receive. Scope your land, make your plans. But then come back here to this place, come here to this place, and allow Spirit to guide you to shift your perspective in ways that causes you to light a fire that actually guides your path. Be fire, stand up for yourself. You gotta, it requires, the reason that Spirit is having you, having this card to say, stand up for yourself, fire, stand up for yourself, is because it can be scary to put down our plans. It can be scary to walk away from what you feel like is a sure thing, from what you feel like is the stability that you've created. And it requires you to really take a stand, to truly step out on faith, to believe in yourself, in your inner guidance, and in your higher power in order to abandon the way you think it should be done from your perspective and allow Source to shift your perspective and then lead you. Spirit is asking you, pile number ones, to stand up for yourself, to no longer be led by your fears. See, when we are so afraid, when we don't want to veer from the path that we've created, a lot of that has to do with fear of trusting, that you are afraid to trust. You're afraid to trust Spirit. And that's understandable. We all are, until we see what can be done when we do. And that's why but in order to do that, you got to stand up for yourself. You got to take a stand. You have to do something different in order to experience something different in your life. So stand up for yourself. Allow Spirit to speak to you by quieting your mind and allowing your focus to be shifted. But in order for that to happen, because this is free will, because in this 3D reality, you are the creator, you are the manifester, then you only allow Spirit to do what you allow Spirit to do. And so being flexible and having grace in this situation is what is going to propel you forward and light a path for you that will illuminate what your next step is going to be. So for 2023, for January, your focus is to create traditions, to remove this type of activity, this type of energy from your life. Well, yes, you do take action, but you don't take action in your own strength and in your own knowledge. You take action with the guides and the Spirit and the knowing from the source that is protecting and actually providing for you. That you stop working against the grain to get the same type of job done, to do what feels counterproductive. If you're a hard worker, it feels counterproductive to sit down. It feels counterproductive to be still. I know that is what it is for me, for sure. It feels counterproductive to be quiet, to stop thinking. But that's because you feel like it's all on your shoulders, that it's all up to you. And it does not have to be that way. And Spirit is encouraging you, letting you know that you are supported, you are guided. But you have to be the one to stand up for yourself by sitting down and creating a tradition, not a one-time thing, but prioritizing quieting your mind to receive your guidance, and then take action from that place. And let your plan, what you've decided, let it be flexible, and give yourself the grace to make mistakes along the way. And everything will be taken care of for you. Thank you, Source, for this message. Pile number one, this is a very encouraging message. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing your energy with me. And it's because of you that Spirit has poured this message out through me. So thank you so much. I've learned a lot here just because of your energy. I'm going to take this with me for January as well, to make sure that I prioritize this quiet space so that way I can receive, and to stop leaning into my own strength and to remain flexible so that way Spirit can lead me and change my perspective on things. You don't see the way because you can't see it all. You can't see it all because you're not the higher self. You're not the elevated perspective, right? You're the fractal of all of that in this earth experience. You're the one that's up close and personal to the maze. But when you shift your perspective through your introspection, when you shift your perspective by closing your eyes and allowing your heart to connect to Spirit, then now your perspective is shifted to a higher elevated perspective that now can see past that maze. We can see what to do next. Your soul sees what to do next. And because you're not so dead set on how it has to go, you're remaining flexible, then you'll start taking the course correction that comes, and you won't see it as a tower moment of everything falling apart. You'll understand that these are things coming together, and that your foundation is being shifted and strengthened. So just know that whatever happened in 2022, even though this is a timeless reading, if you're watching this now, whatever happened last year, whatever happened last month, whatever happened yesterday, if it felt like a tower moment, just know that it never is a moment where things are falling apart. Everything is always falling together. Always. Everything is always falling together. But how much do you believe that? And when you truly believe that and you operate in that belief, that is when you enter that new doorway, you cross the threshold into a place where you are now the wise woman of the grove, where you feel your stability, where you feel your wisdom because you're constantly being guided. And the light that is within you, that is source guiding you, has now been ignited. Because you decided to stand up for yourself. Woo! All right. So again, I didn't mean to go back into it, but Spirit clearly had something else to say to you. So again, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you soon. I like doing these readings, but I also like talking to you. I also like you seeing my face and me feeling like I'm talking to you eye to eye. So I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for supporting. If this reading resonated with you, make sure to hit like, comment. Let me know, sis. That's what's up. Let me know, sis. Thank you for the message. It's always very much so encouraging to know that the messages are are resonating with individuals. So I'm walking out on faith by doing this, knowing that it's going to reach the people. But, you know, I am human. I'd love for you to say thank you. Thanks, that worked. Anyway, y'all, have a wonderful rest of the day. Keep in mind what your focus is for January and do what you can, making your mistakes, giving yourself grace, but take a step towards creating a tradition of quieting your mind in order to receive. Take the steps to be mindful of how much work you are doing at your own hands and how much are you allowing Spirit to pour into you. Okay? That's your focus. For January. I love you guys. Mwah! Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, pal number twos. Thank you so much for coming here with me today and sharing this space with me. I am so grateful to be able to read for you today and have Spirit speak to me, through me to you, to us, because I always learn something. So we are going to, okay, this is one. Clear your mind. Take a deep breath. We're answering the question. Jeez Louise. Let's do that again. We're asking Spirit, what do we need to focus on for January? I mean, it is 2023, but this is a timeless reading. What do we need to focus on, Spirit? What does Pal 2? Wow. What does Pal 2 need to focus on for January 2023? And beyond. What does Pal 2 need to focus on? What does Pal 2 need to focus on for January? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Oh, I feel this one. And this one. All right. Shout out to my husband. It's his birthday today. Why did that come to mind on this reading? We'll see. All right. What do we need to focus? What does Pal 2 need to focus on? All right, we have rose quartz here. Rose quartz. Rose quartz is a stone of love. It's associated with the heart chakra as well, but it's about love. It's about more than that, but that's what comes to mind. All right, let's see. Earth spirit, stability. What do you need to focus on? We have earth spirit, stability. That's such a beautiful card. She's so cute. Earth spirit, stability. One and four. It's 14. Combined, that's 5. 5 is change. We have love. We have change. Swans over here in the corner. Oh, is it not in the frame? Swans over here in the corner kind of make me feel, swans are so elegant. Such elegant creatures. So that's standing out to me. Stability, earth spirit, love, change, and elegance. What makes something elegant, y'all? What makes something, I'm turning over out of order. What makes something elegant? Graceful? Is it because it's graceful? It's flowing and moves with ease? Is it a calm confidence? That's what's standing out about these swans on this card. To have it, and I said confidence, and then we have stability and change. A calm confidence. Love. All right, let's keep going. We're picking up the energies. All right, so we have the wheel. Let's make sure everything's in the frame. All right, so we have the wheel, 10, 10, the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And this is the Wild Root Tarot. It's not traditional tarot at all. So forget whatever you think you know about tarot. This ain't it. Now, I haven't read the book to know each of these cards. I allow Spirit to minister to us through the pictures. But just want to let you know, like, abandon everything you think you know about tarot. All right. So then we have the moon, the moon, receiving feminine energy, sun, masculine energy, outward, doing, action. Then we have the pole star. The pole star. 17. 1 and 7 is 8. Abundance. The pole star. And we have a man walking through the forest. It looks to me like he's looking up, but he's walking through the forest. Taking a path. The pole star. Stag spirit, leadership. Let's let you see that. Come on, fingernails. Stag spirit, leadership. Three and 9 is 12, and 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 speaks to collaboration, coming together with someone else, coming together, but it's on the stag spirit of leadership. So pile number 2's, is this man? He's traveling alone, so it looks like. Or is he going forward because he's leading? What is this? Starry Night, acceptance. Oh, such a beautiful woman. And 4 and 1, 41. 4 and 1 is 5. Again, change. Starry Night, acceptance. What's coming to mind, pile number 2's, is that Spirit is calling you to accept your role. For January, the focus is for you to accept the fact that you've been called to lead in something. You've been called to lead in something in your life, and maybe some of you are resisting that for some reason. Maybe with the stone here about love, maybe you don't feel like you're enough. Maybe you're just afraid that it won't, that if you are the leader, that it's not going to be stable. Let's keep going. We have fire. Stand up for yourself. Yo, this was in pile number 1, so you may need to, you may want to go to pile number 1 and hear that message. This was in pile number 1. Fire. Stand up for yourself. Wow. Stand up for yourself. So if you are hesitant to accept this role that you have been given, or this call that you have, Spirit is encouraging you by saying to stand up. Yo, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Accept it. Accept the call. Accept the call. You have it. You are absolutely able to do what you've been called to do. Absolutely able to do what you've been called to do. And here, remember, we talked about 39. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 is about collaboration, or the coming together. You're not alone. Yes, you are the leader, but you're not alone. And what I'm feeling is that Spirit is leading you. Spirit is leading you. Spirit is leading you, and you are somehow leading a charge. Maybe it could be leading a charge in your, in your place of work or in your home. Maybe you are the one that needs to step up and change the eating habits so that way everybody in the house can change their eating habits. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's you taking a stand in your life by setting boundaries. Right. And it's through you setting these boundaries of how can people talk to me? How do I allow people to treat me? What do I consider a real friend or not? Who do I let go out of my life? Right. These are the things that Spirit is having you to focus on. So maybe it's you having to take leadership in your life like that. But then you have others around you who are witnessing that. And so by default, you are leading others by example. But it's time to start a fire. It's time to stand up for yourself. And then here, lioness, you've earned all your stripes. You've earned all your stripes. So you are perfectly prepared to lead. Whatever it is that has you feeling like maybe you're not enough or something, Spirit is here to tell you that for January, your focus is to accept the fact that you have earned your stripes and that you are enough. This stone about love, loving yourself, you are enough. You are enough. That your situation is much more stable than you think. 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 has to do with stability. You are much more stable than you believe because you haven't accepted yet that you are enough. That you are enough and that you are worth standing up for. To take a stand for yourself, take a stand for what you believe in, take a stand for what you know needs to change. 4 and 1 change, 1 and 4 change. Take a stand for what you know needs to change and trust that you are being led by Spirit. Here we have action and we have receiving. You have to trust. You have to have a balance of receiving and a balance of taking action. So as a leader, you take action, but as a conscious leader, as an evolved leader, as a growing leader, you have to also have that time. Yeah, you might want to go to pile number 1 too, babies. You might want to go over there. I think it's a message for you over there too. But there's a time for you to quiet yourself down so that way you can receive. And what you receive in that quiet space is your guidance from Spirit. And then you go and take action. So the thing is, you trust yourself and your ability to receive your guidance. So therefore, you don't have to worry about if you're enough, because it's not based off whether or not you know all the answers and that you know all the moves to make. No, you're perfectly capable of taking charge and standing up for yourself and taking a stand in your life and being a leader. Accept that. You're perfectly able to do that. You've earned this enough stripes in this life. You have enough life wisdom and life experiences where you can do this flawlessly. But you have to lean into the fact that you are being led. He is looking up at that star. That star is probably what led him to this clearing of the forest. That's what led him here. He was clearly in the thick of it. But he followed the pole star, which led him to this clearing, which kept him on path. So you are perfectly able to do that. And while you're doing that, while you're taking whatever stand that you need to take, then you become the light that illuminates a path for everyone else that's watching you. You become the stability by trusting in your own ability to be led by Spirit. So for January, Spirit is saying to you all to trust your ability to be led by Spirit. Trust that Spirit will lead you and stand up. Accept that this is your call and do it, knowing that you are more than enough and stability is here for you. Peace, relaxation, wonders are here for you. Go ahead, pile number twos. Go ahead, pile number twos. You ready. You are absolutely ready. Stop telling yourself you're not ready. Stop questioning your abilities. You are absolutely 100% ready. And that's what Spirit came here to say to you. So I thank you so much for taking the time out to spend with me, bringing your energy here to allow Spirit to speak through me to you, because I learned something sitting in your energy in His presence right now. I learned the very same thing that Spirit was telling you, for me to accept the leadership role, accept the calling on my life, and to take a stand on those things, and to boldly go following that pole star, which is Spirit speaking to me and through me, my inner guidance, my intuition, and know that I am enough, that I have earned my stripes, that it's not about perfection. It's about you trusting Spirit, which Spirit has that elevated perspective that can lead you. And that you get good at trusting your inner guidance, at going in to receive and then taking your action boldly as a leader, as someone that's standing up for yourself. You ignite a fire that illuminates the path before you. If you feel called, definitely go to pile number 1 and listen to that message. Look, you guys, I love you. I pray blessings over you. I declare that this message will reach the individuals who need it, whose souls are asking this question, who are asking for this type of guidance. I thank you, Spirit, for speaking through me, for using me as a vessel. And I thank you all for coming here to spend your time with me and to teach me what it is that you're teaching me through your energy. Thank you so much. Let these seeds go forth and produce a fruit that's going to change your life and the lives of those around you forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. All right. I will talk to you soon. Until the next reading or the next pile. Bye. Hello, pile number 3s. I am so absolutely grateful and excited to be here with you today. I want you to clear your mind. Take a deep breath with me as we ask the question and we expect a clear answer. Thank you, Spirit. Of what do we need to what does pile 3 need to focus on for January? Where does the focus need to be for January? Of course, this is for our greatest good. Oh, I see that. And I see that. Oh, that's out all the way out the picture. All right. What is it that pile 3 needs to know? Not needs to know. What is it that, well, yeah, I mean, you need to know what you need to focus on. What is it that pile 3 needs to focus on? Saw that trying to come through. Got these cards set up all kinds of weird ways. Let me fix this. I want this to be side by side. Oh, that stone's, what's it supposed to be there? Okay, we have some space. We can do it. All right. What is it that pile 3 needs to focus on? Spirit. Thank you. That was easy. Let's do this for the sake of space. Those cards want to take up space. All right, here we go. Let's get it. So excited. I love doing this. Oh my gosh. Y'all have no idea how much my intuition has strengthened just by trusting my inner guidance to move forward and start doing these types of readings. Not even going to talk about that right here. All right. So we have your stone, pile number 3. Your stone is Jett. Your stone is Jett. And Jett is a black stone, a dark stone. And Generally speaking, these dark stones are all about removing negativity, removing negative energy. It's about purification. So we already have a very clear energy for your reading. All right. So what are we focusing on? Let's get this. Woo! Lighthouse. For some reason, y'all, I'm feeling super, super excited on your reading. I'm feeling super excited on your reading. I'm feeling energetic. So not sure what that is, but thank you. Thank you, pile number threes, for bringing that energy over here. I like that. Oh, let's get this in the frame. Yes, thank you so much for that. This card right here. Oh, I am always enough. Is Lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. Don't doubt your worth. Whoo! This is amazing. I have completely shuffled these cards on purpose because you want to make sure that you get, that you have a clear slate. You want to make sure you have a clear slate. So you shuffle your cards and you shuffle them good, only to have certain cards continue to come out. I am just simply amazed. So whoever it is that spirit is targeting with these readings that come through me, I mean, if you go through and just listen to all of do that. Listen to all of the videos, the Oracle card and tarot messages. Listen to all of them, y'all, because Spirit is having like a running theme that's coming. It's telling me a lot about the audience that is watching and will be watching. Don't doubt your worth. I am always enough. Lighthouse, baby. Purification, removing negative energy. So removing negative thoughts. Let's just go ahead. Let's just erase that. You are enough, yo. You are enough. We're going to remove the doubt about whether or not you are worthy. Spirit is saying, let that go for January. What you need to focus on, pile number threes, is focusing on removing your negative thoughts about yourself. And know that you are always enough and that you are the lighthouse. That what it is that you've been looking for outside of you has always been inside of you. You are always enough. You're not enough. You're not enough. You're not just enough. You are more than enough, and you are always more than enough. But you have to believe that and not doubt your worth. And when you do, I promise you, when you do that, you become the lighthouse. You become the center of attention for others who are in the dark. That's what a lighthouse does. A lighthouse casts forward a signal, casts forward an energy, which is the light. The lighthouse casts forward an energy that calls others toward it who are in need of what it is that you are emitting. Lighthouse. Spirit is telling you, pile number threes, with these goosebumps that I am getting. Spirit is telling you, you are so powerful. You have no idea because you keep doubting your worth. You keep wondering if you're enough, if you're good enough, if you can do it, if you are capable. You keep looking outside of yourself, looking outside at other people and what they're doing, thinking that you could never really do that because you aren't like them. And I'm telling you, Spirit is telling you that that is exactly why you are good enough, because you're not like them. There's nothing wrong with them, but we're talking about you and your beauty, your light. Everyone has the ability to be a lighthouse, but they can only be a lighthouse when they stop doubting their worth, know that they are enough, unleash these, get rid of this bondage of thinking that's holding you down and dimming your light. And it is then that your light shines, and your light is unique to you, unique to your experiences, unique to your trials and triumphs and trauma. It is through those things that you call trouble that make your light unique and calls forward those who need your light. I have leaders. I know I have leaders in this, not just in this POW, but on this channel. I mean, I know I'm starting a new budding channel, but clearly Spirit is calling, speaking to leaders, speaking to those of you who are doubting your worth, but you are more than enough. Right here we have can you see? We have a throne. Your potential is endless. I mean, need I say more? Your potential is endless. Look at her. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 is the end of a cycle. And these women are sitting here on these thrones, just looking so confident, so sure. Neither one comparing themselves to the other. Each one knowing that their own potential is endless and that each one of them has the right to sit upon their throne. Spirit is telling you it is time to end that cycle of negative thinking. It is time to end that cycle of wondering and doubting your worth and wondering if you're enough. It's time for that to be over, because you are made to sit on a throne and own your potential, to own your gifts, to not look to your left, right, in front, or behind you to compare yourself to anybody else, because each one of these women are magical in their own right. Now, isn't that what Spirit just had me to say to you about the light? About your own trauma, your own drama, your own issues, your imperfections, that you look at those things and you say, well, that's what makes me not good enough. That's what makes me not sure. And Spirit is saying it is those very things that you consider flaws that makes your light special. Oh my goodness. No wonder I felt so much energy. Y'all are calling forward big energy. This group pile number 3 is big energy. Spirit is an urgency that's coming through me right now. I'm feeling an urgency. So January, apparently Spirit is saying that, yeah, you asked the question of what do you need to focus on for January, but Spirit is saying you're supposed to focus on this last month, last quarter, last January. Like, it's overdue. That's what I'm feeling. Overdue. You've been ready. You're stopping yourself. You're the one doubting your worth. And so when you ask me, talking about Spirit, when you ask me what you need to focus on for January, baby, you need to focus on stop talking negative to yourself. You need to focus on trusting yourself. It's time to end that. That part is over. That's been done. Been done. And we have here Feather. Think first before you judge. Think first before you judge. Think first before you judge. I mean, some little things that's coming to me. One thing, people see this, so many people, I mean, not you guys, but so many people look at this and, oh my gosh, that's witchcraft. Oh my God, and they're judging. And what they're not seeing, what they're not seeing when they judge, and they're not thinking, what they're not seeing is women or individuals coming together to work together. Number one, that's these women right here. This right here are these women right here who are coming together, and each one in their own power is contributing together to make the unthinkable happen. That you stand in your power, owning your potential, knowing that your potential is endless. You stand in your power, knowing that you are always enough and never anymore doubting your worth, knowing that what you have to say matters, knowing that what you have to give matters, that your light is just as worthy of shining as anybody else's. And when you stand in that, then what you begin to do is attract others towards you that have that same kind of energy, because that's the way this 3D matrix works. That is the rules. That is the law. And so you begin to attract to you others who are like you in that way. And so now your light is combined with the light of others, and together you shine and create a new energy. So Spirit is showing here that you're not going to be alone in this. So if you're feeling alone, pile number 3s, You're not going to be, and you don't have to be. But it first requires you to stand up as an individual, owning your light, not doubting your worth. And when you do that, you put yourself right there with everybody else that you've been looking up to. You realize that you're right there. We equal. Ain't nobody better than me. I'm not better than nobody else. We different. And it's that difference that makes me special. And so think first before you judge. People are looking and they're judging, but what they don't see is that these women are working together to create change, to do magical things. So Spirit is saying you're not going to be alone either. So that's comforting. Congratulations to you. You get to stand up and own who you are, own your worth, and come together with other people that's doing the same thing. What do we have here? 9 of Arrows, dedication. Oh, my bad. 9 of Arrows, dedication. And then we have 6 of Stones, exploitation. Wow. All right, let's one by one. 9 of Arrows, dedication. Okay, I'm laughing. One, because this is wild. These cards, these 2 cards here, are Wild Root Tarot, and it's not traditional tarot. So whatever you think you know about tarot, it doesn't apply here. Okay, and I haven't read the book, so I don't know, and it don't apply here for me either. However, so I'm allowing Spirit to work through the pictures, and what I see here is, I was looking at these arrows. Can you see them? I was looking at those arrows and I'm like, they look like they're in motion, but they also look like they're still. They don't look like they're stuck. Like you see these up here in the trees, but they are not actually in the trees. Like they're not really in the trees. And what I see is that these arrows are all faced outward in a way to protect her. So pile number 3 is, if you've been afraid for some reason to own who you are, for fear of maybe being ostracized, for fear of maybe being exploited, for fear of everything that you worked for is now going to be damaged somehow, for fear that you'll be left out alone, no way to till your land. You're in barren land, and what was giving you, these look like honeycombs, even though it look more like ropes, but it's putting me in the mind of honeycombs for like bees, or beehives. Sorry. It's putting me in the mind of beehives, but either way, it's been broken. It's destroyed. So whatever that is, destruction, exploitation, everything you know, gone. Barren land, empty land, no way to create more. That type of energy is what I'm getting from this card. You're protected from that. That's not real. This is not real. This is not going to be your reality because you've decided to own your light. But we tell ourselves that. Somehow, some way, we become fearful about that, and Spirit is showing here that you are protected, that this is divine protection, that she's going along her way and her back is protected. Those arrows are ready to go for whoever want to try something if you want to. Her spirit guides got her. Try something. Think about it. We're removing this negative thinking. We're getting rid of this, y'all. Pile number 3, it's time to get rid of it. It's been time. Remember that urgency that I was feeling? It has been time for you to shine. But it's these types of thoughts, these types of fears that's holding you back. And Spirit is taking the time today to say that is a lie. Letting go. Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go, and then Crystal Cave, trust. And here you go, 9 again, 9 again. Cycle ending. Trust. Look at that. Look at her with her crystal ball, doing all her magical stuff, owning her light, going in to get her guidance from her intuition, from her higher power. Ain't farting at what nobody else talking about, because she knows she's on a path, and she knows that she's protected, and she knows she's being led. And so she's leaning into that trust and ending that cycle of negative thinking, ending that cycle of negative talk. We have letting go. 8, abundance is when you let go, that you open your arms up to receive everything that Source has for you. It's when you're worried about barren lands and losing everything, when there is so much 8, 3, and 5, there is so much abundance waiting for you just by letting go, just by trusting, just by leaning into your light. Leaning into your flaws, if that's what you want to call them. Lean into your trauma, if that's what you want to call it, because that is what makes you unique. That is what makes your light shine. You are worthy to be on a throne right beside the people that you've been looking up to. You are worthy of that. Your light is just as bright, but you have to unleash it. And when you do that, you'll be doing things that people said you couldn't do. And then if you need it, you won't be alone. You'll have other people. If you feel like you're the only one on this journey, you are about to attract people to you that think like you, that encourage you, that's on your level, that will help you see your own light. Know that you are guided, that you are led, but you have to trust that. And it's that trust that's going to have you on a path like this, that's going to have you leaving that destructive thinking behind. Trust, let go of those thoughts. Let go of this negative thinking, this negative energy. Let go. You don't have anything to lose but negativity. You can't control anything anyway. Really, you can't control. You can put a plan in place, but you've been alive long enough, I'm sure. You've been alive long enough to know that your plans don't matter. That you can make a plan, and just like that, everything can switch. And sometimes your plans work and sometimes they don't. But just like that, everything you decided can be flipped upside down. And so it puts you in a situation where you have to let go of what you thought it was going to look like. You have to let go of what your plan is. Y'all, I thought it was paused. Sorry. Woo, the tantrum I was going to throw if this reading was not being caught on camera. Lord, I got a lot of work to do on myself. But yes, letting go of your plan, letting go of how you think it should be, and trusting yourself, trusting your higher power, trusting that you are guided and led, trusting that, think first before you judge. People gonna judge you. People gonna judge you. Pull out a crystal ball. Pull out a crystal ball and see what people say. People are going to judge you. People are going to judge you. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you're right here, it doesn't matter what the peasants say. No one's a peasant. I know that. I really don't feel that way, but I'm just saying, for the sake of the throne. It doesn't matter what the peasants say when you are on the throne, owning your power, because what you're actually doing is shining a light that's going to illuminate for them what in them needs to change in order for them to get on your level. And they don't like it. If they ain't ready, they don't like it because they feel like you're taking them there. That's what that is. They're not trusting yet. They haven't made it to the place where they have let go. They haven't made it to the place where they understand that what's happening here is trust and faith and love and support and encouragement and belief in self and belief in a higher power. That's what they don't understand when they're judging this. You do you, boo. Stop thinking negative. Stop worrying about what other people got to say. And stop thinking that you're not protected, because you are. Spirit came all the way here to this reading, to you, to pile number 3, to deliver this message to you. To what you focus on for January is letting go of this negative thinking and owning your light, babies. Let's go. Y'all got me so amped. Look, I thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I thank you, pile number 3s, for coming here and bringing your energy to me, allowing me to feel you. I love you. I still got goosebumps talking about you. Thank you so much for this energy. This is big energy. Look, Spirit is coming all the way through for you. It is time. It is time to end that cycle of negative thinking, negative talk, and accepting the judgment of others. It is time to let go and move forward in your light. Move forward, trusting that what you have to say, that what you have to give is not enough, is more than enough. That you are not capable. You are more than capable. You got this. You got this. You might want to listen to pile number 2. It talked a lot about leadership. And then you might want to listen to pile number 1, because it talked a lot about going into your inner guidance in order to be led. And that's what needs to happen in order for you to be able to let go of these thoughts. So you can see what is holding me back and what's not holding me back. So, I tried to do a pick a card, and it seems to me like the pick a card is completely connected from one pile to the next. So if you feel called to, it may very well benefit you to go back and listen to pile number 1 and 2. But look, y'all, I love you. Again, thank you so much for coming here. Make sure to hit like or subscribe. Leave a comment and let your sister know that I am not wasting my time. That you feel this too. Let a sister know. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the interaction. And I look forward to speaking to you and seeing you again. Mwah! Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. And come back and let me know, did you focus on this for January? Let's go, baby. I'm ready. I can't wait. Let's go. Thank you.